हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू द चैनल ट्यूटर बॉक्स। और आज की इस क्लास में आप सभी का स्वागत है। आज की इस क्लास में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं एनीमिया। ओके, सो व्हाट इज एनीमिया? बेसिकली एनीमिया इज अ ब्लड डिसऑर्डर। इट इज अ ब्लड डिसऑर्डर एंड वी डिसाइडिंग एनीमिया ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ लेवल ऑफ हीमोग्लोबिन प्रेजेंट इन द ब्लड। हीमोग्लोबिन का लेवल कितना प्रेजेंट है उसके बेसिस पर ही हम इसको क्लासीफाई करते हैं। ओके, सो एज वी नो what is the level of hemoglobin in the blood? The normal range of hemoglobin for male and female is different. So for male we found 13 to 17 gram per deciliter, and for female what we find 12 to 15 gram deciliter. Okay, so now if in the male, if there is a less than 13 gram per deciliter hemoglobin, and in female if there is a less than 12 gram per deciliter hemoglobin is present, then the disease is classified as a anemia. Okay, so what are the symptoms of anemia? So in anemia what we feel, like uneasiness, okay, fatigue, we can feel fatigue, okay, then weakness, okay, okay, clear? So and the color of the body is going down, like pallor color or whiteness in the color of the body, clear? And muscle cramps, okay. So these are some basic symptoms. Person do not feel easy to work, person do not concentrate in whatever the work he wants to do. So these are some basic symptoms. Okay, person को ताकत महसूस नहीं होगी. Okay, so ये सारे सब कुछ symptoms होंगे इसके अंदर. सो अब यहाँ पर आप देखिए कि किस तरह से इसको क्लासीफाई किया गया है. वी आर क्लासीफाइंग एनीमिया ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ मॉर्फोलॉजी as well as on the basis of pathophysiology. Okay, so in today's class I am going to discuss about the classification. This is the part 1 and the classification based on the morphology. Okay, so on morphology we can classify anemia on 3 types. These 3 types are microcytic anemia, normocytic anemia and macrocytic anemia. Okay, so you just remember these 3 terms. We are classifying it by on the basis of morphology, and we can learn these 3 terms by our punchline. What is our trick to learn these 3 names? Microcytic, normocytic and macrocytic. Okay, so generally we remember that M&M, Mahindra and Mahindra. आपको पता है ये जो है, जो हमारी इंडिया है उसमें एक बहुत बड़े व्हीकल कंपनी है M&M. ओके, M&M. Okay, this is the company M&M. Clear? So यहाँ पर जो and है उसको हम N से भी बोल सकते हैं. Okay, M&M. Okay, so M&M means first M means microcytic anemia, then N means normocytic anemia, and then third M is macrocytic anemia. Okay, सो M&M ऐसी कंपनी है जो छोटी गाड़ी भी बनाती है, नॉर्मल रेंज की गाड़ी भी बनाती है और बड़ी गाड़ियां भी बनाती हैं. ओके, क्लियर एवरीवन? सो इस तरह से आप इसको याद रख सकते हैं. नाउ जस्ट लुक ऑन द माइक्रोसाइटिक. व्हाट डज इट मीन? माइक्रोसाइटिक का मतलब क्या हो गया? माइक्रोसाइटिक मीन्स, माइक्रो मीन्स स्मॉल एंड साइटिक मीन्स basically site means cell. Okay, so this is about the small cell. Now what about the small cells? What we are talking about? Which cell? We are talking about the RBC. यहाँ पर हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं? RBC की बात कर रहे हैं. ओके, सो RBC बेसिकली क्या हो गया है? यहाँ पर जो RBC की नॉर्मल साइज है 8 माइक्रोमीटर की जो साइज है वो क्या हो गई है? छोटी हो गई है. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ एनीमिया इज नॉन एज अ माइक्रोसाइटिक एनीमिया. नाउ I already discussed about the blood indices with you. ब्लड इंडिसीज का सेपरेट लेक्चर मैं आप लोगों को ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुका हूँ. यहाँ पर आप देखिए माइक्रोसाइटिक एनीमिया में होगा क्या. बेसिकली हम ब्लड इंडिसीज पैरामीटर के बेसिस पर इसको क्लासीफाई करते हैं. ओके, सो ब्लड इंडिसीज के जो पैरामीटर है माइक्रोसाइटिक एनीमिया में क्या होगा? MCV जो मीन कॉर्पस्कुलर वॉल्यूम है, मीन कॉर्पस्कुलर वॉल्यूम है वो लेस देन 78 माइक्रोमीटर हो जाएगा. ओके, और कुछ बुक्स में आप ये देखेंगे कि ये 80 भी दिया हुआ है, 80 माइक्रोमीटर. ओके, सो दोनों ही डाटा को आप कंसीडर कर सकते हैं. सो MCV लेस देन 78 माइक्रोमीटर जब हो जाएगा तो यहाँ पर एनीमिया जो होगा वो कैसा कहलाएगा, दिस काइंड ऑफ एनीमिया इज नॉन एज अ माइक्रोसाइटिक एनीमिया. ओके, नाउ व्हाट अबाउट द ब्लड इंडिसेस, what happened with the blood indices? So in blood indices, MCV is going down, MCV is going down, MCH is also going down, and MCHC is also going down. So these three parameters are going down in microcytic anemia. Okay, so this is the important hallmark. We can say, we can identify by our blood test. Doctor prescribe us a blood test, and if there is a decrease amount of MCV, there is a decrease amount of MCH, and there is a decrease amount of MCHC, then doctor can say that the person is suffering from microcytic anemia. Okay, now what are the examples of this microcytic anemia? This is basically classification of morphology, but on the basis of pathophysiology, doctors can diagnose there is a possibility of some other kind of, means some kind of anemia. So what are those anemia? So there is a possibility of iron deficiency anemia, there is a possibility of thalassemia, there is a possibility of sideroblastic anemia, and there is an anemia of a chronic disease. So there is a possibility that the person may be suffering from some other chronic disorder. So in some chronic disorder there is a possibility of anemia. Okay, so how we can learn this? These are the 4 examples. Sometime examiner asks, in which of the following condition microcytic anemia may possible? Okay, so microcytic anemia कौन सी कंडीशन में पॉसिबल हो सकता है, तो ये एग्जाम्पल भी एग्जामिनर पूछता है. तो यहाँ पर आप याद रखिए, इसकी हमारी जो ट्रिक होगी, व्हाट इज अवर पंच लाइन टू रिमेंबर दिस, इट्स क्रोनिक डिजीज, it's chronic disease. Okay, remember by this name. Okay, so this is our punch line, or we can say trick. It means I means iron. Okay, T means thalassemia. Okay, T means thalassemia, and S means sideroblastic anemia. S means sideroblastic anemia. It's हो गया इससे. Then chronic disease. So in chronic disorder, the person also suffering from anemia. So this is about the microcytic anemia. Okay, now moving on the normocytic anemia. So in normocytic anemia means cells remain normal, cells remain in the normal size, but there is some problem within the cells. Okay, so but just look the parameter, the MCV we found around 78 to 98 micrometer. MCV we found 78 to 98 micrometer, and there is a no change in MCV, MCH and MCHC. Okay, so I am writing here no change in the parameter, means no change means they remain in the normal range. Okay, now but what happened, there is a change in the reticulocyte count. As we know, reticulocytes are the precursor cell in the erythropoiesis. Okay, so there is a change in the amount of reticulocytes. So there are 2 possibilities. In the first possibility, the amount of reticulocyte is less than 3%, and there is another possibility, the amount of reticulocyte is greater than 3%. Okay, so in less than 3%, what is the possibility? What are the some examples of this category? Okay, so there is a loss of blood less than 1 week, then there is a possibility of normocytic anemia. Okay, and what are the other examples? So there is a aplastic anemia, there is a renal disease, there is a malignancy means cancer, and early stage chronic disease, and early stage iron deficiency. Okay, so how we can remember this? So our trick to remember this is early arm. What is our trick? This is our trick, early arm. Okay, so remember first arm, and this is early arm. Okay, so arm means A means aplastic anemia. Okay, and then R means renal disease, M means malignancy. Okay, this is about the arm, and early stage iron deficiency and early stage chronic disease. So both of these, iron deficiency and chronic disease, we also found in the microcytic anemia. Okay, these example we also found in the microcytic anemia, but in early stage there is a normocytic condition. If a person is in the early stage of iron deficiency, or if a person is the early stage of a chronic disorder, then there is a possibility of normocytic anemia. But in later stage, or later stage of iron deficiency, or a later stage of a chronic disease, the morphological classification change and it move from normocytic to microcytic in both of these disease condition, iron deficiency and in the anemia of chronic disorder. Okay, so I hope you are able to remember by this trick. Now moving on the another category where reticulocyte count is more than 3%. Okay, so again we can divide it into two types: intrinsic RBC defect and extrinsic RBC defect. Okay, now intrinsic RBC defect means there is some change due to inherent reason. Intrinsic means there is some change within human's body. Okay, so what happen in intrinsic RBC defect, it can divide it into three types. The membrane defects, the first one is membrane defect, second one is abnormal hemoglobins, and third one is deficient enzyme. So these are the three conditions. So how we can remember this? So remember, there is a trick again, that is MAD. Okay, and we can remember it by IMAD. Okay, I means intrinsic and MAD, it means if we remember so many types of classification that the person become mad. Okay, so you can remember by this term MAD. Means M means membrane defects, and then A means abnormal hemoglobins, and again D means deficient enzyme. Okay, so in membrane defects, what happened, there is some hereditary disorders. So hereditary spirocytes and hereditary elliptocytosis, these are the two problem with this RBC. And another disease is what, paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. Okay, so this is about the membrane defect. Now what about the abnormal hemoglobin? Abnormal hemoglobin क्या है, मीन्स यहाँ पर जो RBC का शेप है वो क्या हो जाएगा, चेंज हो जाएगा. So the example of this is what, sickle cell anemia. Okay, remember this is examiner asked so many times this question. Okay, so sickle cell anemia is a type of intrinsic RBC defect and it is a type of normocytic anemia. Okay, so sometime examiner asks which of the following is true about sickle cell anemia. So sickle cell anemia is a normocytic. First option is it is a normocytic anemia. Second option, it occurred due to intrinsic RBC defect. Or third option, there is a shape, RBC shape is sickle shape. Okay, so these all options are correct. Okay, now moving on the extrinsic RBC defect. Okay, so what are those extrinsic RBC defect? So the condition, there may be a loss of blood, okay, greater than 1 week. So this condition may occur due to accident conditions. Okay, and there is a hemolysis. So what are the cause of hemolysis? Immune hemolytic anemia, due to the immune reason there is a hemolysis. So such kind of anemia is known as a immune hemolytic anemia. Okay, and then the other type is micro or macroangiopathic hemolytic anemia. Okay, this is another reason. And the third one is malaria. In the case of malaria, there is also possibility of extrinsic RBC defects. Okay, so these are some possibilities. And I forgot to tell you about the deficient enzyme in the intrinsic RBC defect. So what are deficient enzyme defects? So the first one is G6PD deficiency and the second one is pyruvate kinase deficiency. Okay, so I will discuss all of these disorders separately in separate lectures. Okay, then we can move on macrocytic anemia. We can move on macrocytic anemia. Okay, so what is macrocytic anemia? In macrocytic anemia, what happen with the MCV or blood indices parameter? All the MCV is greater than 98, or in some books we can also found it 100, okay, micrometer. And what about the other parameter? So there is an increase in MCV, there is an increase in MCH, and there is an increase in MCHC. Okay, everyone. Now macrocytic means the amount, the cell is become larger, the RBC cell become larger. Okay, so this is RBC and it become larger. Now just look, we can divide macrocytic into two types. The first one is megaloblastic anemia and second one is non-megaloblastic anemia. So again, macrocytic is our term to learn. It is what? MAMI. Okay, MAMI. Clear? So MA means macro and me means megaloblastic anemia. So one is megaloblastic and another one is non-megaloblastic. Okay. Megaloblastic anemia, what happened in the megaloblastic anemia? It is just because of folate deficiency as well as vitamin B12 deficiency. So these are the two reasons behind the development of megaloblastic anemia. If a person is suffering from the folate deficiency, there is also possibility of megaloblastic anemia, and if the person is suffering from vitamin B12 deficiency, there is also possibility of megaloblastic anemia. Then now just look on the non-megaloblastic anemia. What are the other cause behind the non-megaloblastic anemia? So there is a possibility if the person is regularly taking alcohol, and there is a liver disease as well as reticulocytosis as well as the other medicine. If the person is using some medicine and they are causing such kind of defect. So how we can learn it? What are how we can remember these four reasons? So our trick to remember this is alarm. Our trick to remember is alarm. So what is alarm? Basically alarm is for A for alcoholism, L for liver disorder, R for reticulocytosis, and M for medicine. So by this way we are able to remember non-megaloblastic anemia. Okay. So these are the four reasons behind the non-megaloblastic anemia. So I hope you people are able to understand anemia classification. This is the first part, and I discuss about the morphology. Now we are going to discuss about the classification on the basis of pathophysiological reasons in the next lecture. Okay, so here I am also discussing some questions with you guys. So these questions are important in competitive examination. So give the answer of all of these questions in the comment box, as well as like the video, share the video, and subscribe the channel. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Hello everyone, discussing the question. Question number 1. The normal hemoglobin range for man is A 13 to 17 gram per deciliter, B 8 to 10 gram per deciliter, C 11 to 12 gram per deciliter, D both B and C. Question number 2. True about microcytic anemia. A MCV less than 78 micrometer, B MCH and MCHC increase, C MCH and MCHC decrease, D it occur in iron deficiency anemia. So first option A and B, second option B and C, third option D and B, fourth option A, C and D. Question number 3. True about macrocytic anemia. A MCV less than 78 micrometer, B MCH and MCSC increase, C MCV greater than 98 micrometer, D it occur in megaloblastic anemia. First option A and B, second option A, C and D, third option D and A, fourth option B, C and D. Question number 4. In which condition non-megaloblastic anemia may occur? A alcoholism, B reticulocytosis, C liver disease, and D. Or question number 5. In which condition megaloblastic anemia may occur? A vitamin B12 deficiency, B folic acid deficiency, C both of these, and D none of these. So I already given answer of all of these questions in my lecture. So go through with the lecture and answer in comment box.